Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day, thanks in a large part to our pals at the VFS School of Game Design. Thank you so much, Vancouver Film School. Now, this rundown is dedicated to Mr. Mixelplixel. I think that's how you say it. He's been watching us since he was a teen, and he still continues to watch us to this day on YouTube. Thank you so much. This rundown is all yours. The hit TV series The Walking Dead has lumbered into some major legal trouble. In a surprise announcement, Walking Dead comic creator Robert Kirkman and the show's senior producers Gale Ann Hurd, Glenn Mazzara, and David Alpert are suing AMC. They allege that the network has used shady business practices to cheat them out of profits from the hugely successful show. They haven't said how much money they're after, but former Walking Dead producer Frank Darabont is already suing the network for more than $250 million. So this new lawsuit from the current producing team could be for a lot more than that. Here's how they claim AMC cheated them. The show is produced by AMC Studios, which then sells each episode to the AMC network. They're both obviously part of the same entity, and the lawsuit alleges that AMC is paying itself a significantly less amount of money for each episode than what each episode is actually worth. Since Kirkman and the producers get paid based on how much each episode is sold for, this means they get a lot less money. AMC has vowed to fight them, claiming the lawsuit is baseless and opportunistic. Despite those harsh words, they also say that they still have enormous respect and appreciation for Kirkman, Hurd, and the rest of the plaintiffs, and plan to continue working with them as partners on the show, even as they fight it out in court. Needless to say, this could have big implications for the show. Bad blood behind the scenes usually finds ways to impact what goes on in front of the camera, even if everyone involved does their best to avoid it. We'll see how it all plays out. New intel has come in about Call of Duty WWII. Activision has revealed what players can expect from the game's upcoming closed multiplayer beta test. The beta will include 3 different maps along with 3 familiar modes: Team Deathmatch, Domination, and Hardpoint, and Activision is also throwing in the all-new War mode. It's a much bigger mode than what we've seen in previous Call of Duty games, and we'll see the map change as the 2 opposing sides battle each other for control and take objectives, just like in a real war. The beta kicks off on the PS4 next week and a week later on the Xbox One, but you'll need to pre-order the full game in order to get in. Portions of the World War II multiplayer were playable at the recent Call of Duty World League Championships, and fans seem to eat it up, so Activision is hoping that the game will be just as popular with everyone else. The last game, Infinite Warfare, saw a decline in sales, and World War II is expected to put the franchise back on top. We'll get to find out when the game deploys this November. The deranged psychologist Hannibal Lecter might be taking TV audiences for another bite. A new season of the Cannibal TV series might be on the way. The show's creator, Brian Fuller, has announced that he and producer Martha De Laurentiis have begun talks with unnamed parties about reviving the show for new episodes, although he stresses that these talks can take time, so don't hold your breath. This is sure to be welcome news for fans. Hannibal aired on NBC for 3 seasons from 2013 to 2015, but despite critical praise and a loyal fan following, it failed to catch a large enough audience to stay alive. Fans have been hoping for a revival ever since, but if you're wondering why it's taken so long, Fuller says he had to wait 2 years in order for NBC's rights to expire. Now that they have, they're free to negotiate with other networks or streaming services. We'll let you know if the new season becomes a reality. If you're jonesing for a few spoilers about the next season of Jessica Jones, listen up. In case you couldn't tell by that headline, this next story will include spoilers about the upcoming 2nd season of the hit Marvel and Netflix show. Entertainment Weekly has published the first official set photo from the 2nd season, and it shows star Kristen Ritter standing next to co-star David Tennant, who played the villainous Kilgrave in the 1st season. Given what happened to him in the last episode, it might come as a bit of a surprise that the character will be back. Marvel and Netflix haven't revealed exactly how his character is able to return, but we'll get to find out when the 2nd season arrives early next year.
He's always here.
In the meantime, Jessica Jones will appear alongside the other Netflix heroes in the crossover series The Defenders, which will be available to binge watch this Friday. I've already got my sweatpants and ice cream ready. An online network by any other name is basically the same online network. Blizzard Entertainment has decided not to change the name of their popular online network Battle.net. They had announced last year that they were going to rebrand the network, changing its name simply to Blizzard, but this caused loads of confusion among players, particularly those playing Blizzard's latest game, Overwatch. Blizzard now says that they're changing it back to Battle.net, saying that the name represents years of shared history and enjoyment, community, and friendship for all of their players. Battle.net has been around since 1996 when Blizzard launched it with the original Diablo, and it's been the online hub for all of their games since. It's even going to be used for non-Blizzard games. Destiny 2, published by Blizzard's parent company Activision, will use Battle.net for online services when it hits the PC later this year. Before we take off, we want to offer our condolences to the family and friends of professional motorcycle rider Joy S.J. Harris, who tragically died on the set of Deadpool 2 yesterday. She was performing a motorcycle stunt in downtown Vancouver for one of the film's big action scenes, but unfortunately the stunt went wrong and she was killed. This was her first time as a stunt performer on a movie, but she had a long history as a professional motorcycle rider and is actually credited as being the first African-American woman to compete at professional racing events sanctioned by the American Motorcyclist Association. The rest of the Deadpool 2 cast and crew have released statements offering their thoughts and condolences. Filming will likely resume soon.
Quite unfortunate.
That's it for today's rundown. We'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new episode. In the meantime, if you'd like to learn more about game design, visit our pals at VFS.edu. And you know we have tons of other content for you to check out. If you dig it, hit subscribe, all right?